Blu-ray collection, part 9. Ahoy everybody, and welcome to part 9 of a look at my Blu-ray collection. This is the 11th video I've shot tonight. It's 20 to 11 at night. My voice is starting to go. I am sucking a Strepsil, so apologies for any related noises to that. Yep, so we're looking at my Blu-ray collection. This is a mixture of films, TV, comedy, music. You'll see chunks of this that are in alphabetical order because we're working through the back half of my shelves, which were originally in alphabetical order. I explained that a couple of parts ago anyway. Let's carry straight on. This is Fanboys. So this was a pretty low budget American comedy about a group of nerds, basically. 4 childhood buddies with a shared love of all things Star Wars reunite for one final hilarious odyssey. Their insane plan, a cross-country road trip to storm George Lucas's Skywalker Ranch and steal a copy of Episode 1 before it's released. With the police, a crew of angry Trekkies and a crazy pimp hot on their trail, what could possibly go wrong? It's just really funny. Lots of cameos from people like Bill Shatner and Mark Hamill, I think, is in it, and Kevin Smith, and yeah, really funny film. This is one of the greatest TV series ever made. This is for Fades, optimistically classified as Series 1, but there was never a Series 2. Oh, where to begin on this? Just watch it, is all I can say. It was on BBC Three. I'll read the blurb. 17-year-old Paul is haunted by apocalyptic dreams that neither his therapist or best friend and fellow geeky social outcast Mac can provide answers for. Worse still, Paul is starting to see the fades, the spirits of the dead all around him. They're everywhere, but they just can't be seen, smelt, heard or touched by ordinary human beings. But now an embittered and vengeful fade has found a way to break the barrier between the dead and the living, and Paul and Mac, their friends and family, are all right in the eye of the storm. The fate of humanity rests in the hands of 2 teenagers who already have enough trouble getting through a day in one piece, let alone saving the world. So that's sort of a synopsis, but it's just brilliantly done. Jack Thorne wrote it, who's gone on to lots of other good stuff. Brilliant cast. Ian DeCastico, whatever his name is, from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., plays Paul. Daniel Kaluuya, who's on Get Out and Black Panther, he plays his best friend Mac. Johnny Harris is one of the hunters of the Fades. Natalie Dormer's in it, Lily Loveless, Tom Ellis, Daniela Nardini, Sophie Wu. Just really watch the Fades. This is the Expendables uncut version. Nice slip on this. I basically got this because Charisma Carpenter is in it, so I was curious. I'm not a fan of Stallone in any way whatsoever. It was okay, fun film, but I haven't felt the need to own any of the other ones. This is Elfie Hopkins. This is a British low-budget comedy, suspense and horror, it's described as on the back, which sort of sums it up. Jamie Winston plays Ellie Hopkins. He's an animal-loving slacker, stoner and wannabe detective living in a sleepy hunting village. Some new city folk turn up who seduce the locals into doing strange stuff, and Alfie tries to sort of stop it. Yeah, I really like Jamie Winston, which is the main reason I got this. It's a lot of fun. It's not great, but it's a lot of fun. This is We're the Millers extended cut. Basically, I just saw the trailers for this and thought it looked a lot of fun. And I was right. I'm not a huge fan of American comedies. But yeah, I did really enjoy this one. basically Jason Sudeikis is a drug dealer, sort of, you know, small time drug dealer, and I can't remember, I think he's why he needs to do it, but basically to help him get more drugs, I think it is, I can't remember the exact details, he has to sort of form a fake family, and so he hires a stripper played by Jennifer Aniston, Will Poulter, who's just a loser teenager, and Emma Roberts is Casey, who's a runaway teenage girl, and they head off as the Millers in this big RV. But yeah, it's really funny. This is Eden Lake. This is a British thriller. Kelly Riley and Michael Fassbender are a couple who moved to Eden Lake. No, they don't move there. They go for a weekend break to Eden Lake in the country. And a local gang of thugs, teenage thugs, cause mayhem in horrible ways. But yeah, big fan of Kelly Riley. Good film. This is Drive. Another good film. Ryan Gosling. Kerry Mulligan. That's the main reason for purchase. But yeah, really good film. So he's a stunt driver who moonlights as a getaway driver for hire. He helps Kerry Mulligan's husband. Things go wrong and he's trying to keep Kerry and her son alive, and they fall in love. And yeah, really good film. Very stylised. Arrow release, Brian De Palma's Dressed to Kill. One together with Body Double, probably his most Hitchcockian film. So Angie Dickinson is a sexually frustrated housewife. I'm getting serious deja vu that I've already told you of this, so I may have already shown you the DVD of this and not removed it from my DVDs. Pass, but I'll carry on. Yeah, she's a sexually frustrated housewife. Fantasises about having an affair. She sees this guy at an art gallery and follows him. And let's say fantasises about having an affair. But all of a sudden, out of the blue, she's murdered. Nancy Allen witnesses the murder, so she goes on the run. Michael Caine is their psychiatrist. Saying any more will spoil it. Yeah, really good film. And as I often say with the Arrow releases, lots of good extras. This is Dread, 3D version. Frustratingly, as I mentioned in an earlier video, my 3D telly died and I couldn't get a 3D replacement, so I can no longer watch 3D films in 3D. I bought this Blu-ray before I had 3D capabilities, never got round to watching it in 3D. I've still got a 3D player, so maybe in the future I'll be able to get a 3D projector or something. Anyway, really enjoyed this. This is Carl Urban as Judge Dredd. Lena Headey's in it. Olivia Thirlby. Yeah, really good film. Recommend that. Another Arrow release. This is Foxy Brown. So as I mentioned way back, probably on my first one of these, I think it was. Really like Pam Grier's 70s blaxploitation films. This is possibly her best one, Foxy Brown. Lots of special features and everything on this. Sort of a, vengeance, thriller-y, action-y, comedy, sexy type film. Typical blaxploitation. This is Chris Mars's Four Lions in a little book, hardback book pack. Brilliant film. Chris Mars is a genius. So this is basically about a group of 4 Muslim guys planning a terrorist attack, and they decide to do it during a London marathon. But it's just really funny. I mean, very often you shouldn't be laughing, but you are. I mean, you know, a terrorist attack when one of the terrorists is dressed like that. This is Flight. It's a really good film. So Denzel Washington's an alcoholic who is also a pilot. He, before the night of a flight, goes on a bender, sleeps with one of his air stewardesses. Flight goes wrong and he has to make an emergency crash landing. And even though... No. Yes. Yeah, there's, I think there's nearly a mid-air collision or something. But anyway, he has to do an emergency landing. And whilst he's initially hailed as a hero, and, you know, he was a hero because he saved everyone, when it discovers that he had loads of drink and drugs in his system, he's vilified and prosecuted, etc. But brilliant performances, really good film. Special effects on the crash landing and everything are amazing. Firefly, Joss Whedon's third TV series after Buffy and Angel. What can I say about Firefly? So it's a western set in space in a future where China and America have sort of ruled the earth, so everybody speaks Chinese and English. Yeah, sort of a cowboy film, war film, heist or TV series, you know. Just sheer genius. Sadly, only had 14 episodes. Should have had a lot more. Huge following of this. You know, it's a cult is sort of underestimating the popularity. Led to a film, Serenity, which I think is in here somewhere. But yeah, I can't recommend Firefly highly enough. This is Fast Girls. I enjoyed this. So this is what's her name? Leonora Critchlow is a sprinter who's, you know, sort of, as they put on it, the wrong side of the tracks. You know, she's from a working class family in a rough area, etc. But she's determined to become a world-class athlete. She qualifies for 200 metres at the World Championships. So she goes to the sort of a training camp thing where she meets Lisa Temple, played by Lily James, who's a posh girl who's had all the breaks and who's really competitive and, you know, will do anything to win. But they end up on the same relay team. And so, you know, it's overcome their differences to triumph, sort of typical sports film. But yeah, great performances, great cast. Really enjoyed that. And finally, for this part, a fantastic fit of everything. Simon Pegg starring in a film directed by Crispian Mills, probably best known as the lead singer of Kula Shaker. Son of... not Hayley Mills, the other one. Juliet Mills. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I know I enjoyed it. Great performance by Simon Pegg. I remember, you know, being impressed with his performance, but I don't remember much about the plot or anything, to be honest. Okay, that's it for this part. Probably 2 more parts, maybe 3. I mean, I can go to bed because it's nearly 11 o'clock. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.